top 4 cars all submitted 12 somethings every day.
That's awesome.
Insane. So all right, guys, welcome to episode 150. Dude, 150 of the Drag Driver Pete Show presented by Summit Racing. I can't explain to you guys what it's like to see this many people in line. The picture on the right is the line to race go-karts. It did not go down at any point throughout the night. There was at least 40 or 50 people in that line all night long.
Yeah. And the owner, I believe it was the owner that was walking around. He was having a blast. Like,
that dude, yes. He's a character, man. He was awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if this is typical for an event that they host there or not, but he was loving all the people that were there. The parking lot had plenty of room for everybody to fit all the cars and trailers in there. The go-karts were great. Like, this was a ton of fun.
Yeah, this one here is our crowning achievement for racer parties for sure. Oklahoma Motorsports Complex. Big shout out to those guys. Rodney was the guy you're talking about. That guy went live like 3 or 4 different times, and he'd come running up to people and go, where are you from? Like, but in this huge booming voice. And he caught Chris Wozniak one time, and he was like, Nashville. He was like, Nashville, oh my God, Tennessee. And he's like, man, it was incredible. He did that like 3 or 4 different times on a live stream. So it was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, Richard saying, I guarantee he had more fun than anyone else.
Oh, yeah.
And look at this right here. Deechworks in the comments telling us it was awesome. Thank you. I can't thank you enough for this. This was incredible.
Yeah, I think they had as much fun as we did. And the final race, we talked about this. Well, let me go back. We served 80 pizzas, 40 orders of breadsticks, 40 orders of cinnamon sticks. Man, it was incredible the amount of food that we had. And big shout out to Eagle One Pizza in Norman, Oklahoma. It was awesome.
Yeah, 400 and something drinks that.
There. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, Rodney Reeves hit it on the nail on the head. The parking lot was a pretty awesome car show, and you got to see Jim Hopping working on his car. He was in the engine bay.
Yeah. Do you have any shots of the go-karts?
I don't. These are the only 2 I have here.
Let me show this real quick because I posted one as a teaser photo here.
All I took was video.
Yeah. So this one right here is one of the shots that I posted up a couple days ago. But I mean, these things were awesome.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
This is what I got a bunch of these. This was just one of them that I grabbed. But I had to I didn't get on the go-karts until later because I obviously wanted to get these types of photos during the day before it got dark. And then once it started to get dark, I put the camera away and then just rode go-karts the rest of the night and hung out with everyone, which was a ton of fun.
You really did. You went 3 back to back.
There was one in between. I ran my first one, and then I had one off, and then it was the final race, and then it was us versus race.
Oh, man. Okay. Here, make me full screen here. I'm going to show you this. I'm just going to show it from my phone. We'll post it later. But look at this shot from Richard Brewer, Dirty Panda.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I saw that. Incredible.
That's awesome. Wow. Yeah. Talk about a big, car show there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Rodney, of course, having a blast, dude.
I think the amount of media we got this year from everyone is the most media that we've ever gotten. Like having Richard. I mean, I was with Richard multiple times throughout the weekend.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually pull you back down so I can. There you go. Was with him multiple times throughout the weekend, and I think he recorded. I don't know how he recorded as much as he did. I mean, there was pass after pass he recorded.
Well, I'll tell you this much: I didn't pull all the videos from his SD card or whatever you call it, not SD, the SSD system over to mine before I left. So I ordered a 2 terabyte to send up to him. Or he ordered it to send to his house. I paid for it. And then he's going to load all that stuff on there. We're going to meet it back to the streets and I'm going to pick it up. So we'll have a ton of drone and video footage, 4K, 120 frames a second. It's huge.
Yeah. Plus Tom doing all the videos that he did. Yep. Like, it's insane. And again, can't thank all of those guys enough. The media this year was incredible.
Yeah. Kyle Merriman has been, are you in the Tulsa Raceway Park media group?
I don't think
Can't remember
so.
if I added you to that. Yeah, he posted 10 photos today. They're like, oh man, wow, going to be awesome. Patrick Red's photos was out there during the weekend. He was out on Sunday. That stuff will be coming out. We'll be able to find posts or photos on Tulsa Raceway Park page, on Drag Driver Pete page, circuit page, our own pages. It's going to be everywhere, man. We're going to take over. I wish we could have got to it earlier, but God, 767 gigabytes, bro.
Yeah.
That guy's an animal.
Good luck, Brian.
Yeah. Sorry, Brian. Here you go, bud. We may end up with 10 videos from this thing.
Bring it on. It was so much fun. Everybody needs to see how much fun we had.
Oh, for sure. All right. Well, let's get back to some class stuff because we're trying to cover as many as we can. We're not going to get to all of them tonight, but we're going to finish up the next on next week when we have some guests on, or maybe even on Saturday morning if we move it forward some. All right. Well, D-Works is a leading manufacturer of high performance fuel system components. The DW product line includes fuel injectors, pumps, rails, filters, lines and fittings, plus pump modules and surge tanks, all engineered to support power levels ranging from 400 to 4,000 plus horsepower. With a focus on engineering excellence and industry-leading customer support, D-Works continues to drive the future of high-performance fueling. Code DDR10, 10% off discount on dworks.com. And again, I cannot stress this enough. Big shout out to those guys for all they did for us, but mainly for keeping the old truck in a fuel pump and building a fuel pump that apparently can outlast whatever we have going on with the truck. The DW 400 got us through all of the weekend, and appreciate them a whole bunch. Of course, racing two cars, brought out Mark Campbell's car and brought out the Volvo. Did you put the Volvo in here by chance?
Yep.
Yeah. Golly, I love this thing. And this is Thunder Valley. You know how I know? Because it's in the gravel and grass and the hood's
right.
Yeah. Brian Myers has laid down some heavy black marks in front of D-Works. We call that helping reseal the road. So to bring two cars, big deal. You know, Mark came all the way from Mississippi to come over and do this. It was really fun to watch that. And of course, the racer party at D-Works. I did grab a couple photos. So I want to go to 11.0 Index next. This was sponsored by AT Industries as well. Big shout out to Mike Anger over there. Top 4 cars in this class under an 11.1 average.
Yes.
Yeah. Class was won by 0.002 on the average across 4 passes. Dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
The winner, photo pictured here, I shouldn't have put this up yet, but ran the best pass of the class, 11.002. His passes, Josh Odom is the winner of this class with an average of 11.0575. Passes were 11.002 on day 1, 11.114 on day 2, 11.091 and 11.023 to make up his 4 pass average.
And I seen him making multiple passes throughout the weekend as well.
Man, Sunday, I think he made 8 or 10 passes as well.
Yeah, awesome. Runner up here, one of 2 racers to submit 11.0 passes for each day, and drag and drive debut, Case Huddleston, with an 11.059 average. Pretty awesome. Can you imagine coming into your drag and drive debut, getting 11 O's for every pass and coming as a runner-up? That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I know Case from our time at Midwest Drag Race Series. He races a Pro 420 car. It's a super badass, like, I don't know, 2nd or 3rd gen Corvette with a big blower coming out of the hood and all that stuff. Pretty cool car. Goes very fast. Goes in the 4s. Whatever. I can't remember what he was driving this time, but had a good time. 3rd place in the class submitted 11 O's each time too. Mr. Ty Atkinson, and him and Josh Odom actually lined up at one time during Sunday's rounds. Finished with an 11.0675, so 100th behind 2nd place.
Yep. And then 4th place, Tony Kirkup submitted 3 of 4 passes that were 11.0. So this 11.0 class was tight.
Yeah. And that's why we chose it early on. We started looking at which classes would make the most sense to fit alongside what Rocky Mountain Race Week does, because we have a lot of racers that are that do both events. So we use this. They can use this as a great test mule for their race week experiences, or before Rocky Mountain was back in the mountains like this year, they would come to Tulsa. So this was a good one. And then 12.0 Index, also sponsored by AT Industries, another class. We literally, the rules that match with Rocky Mountain, same thing over here. We fit them the same because we want these cars to be able to do both events very easily. We don't want to have you have to change anything. Top 4 cars all submitted 12 somethings every day.
That is awesome.
Insane. So, winner of that class, Mr. Terry Barnett, right here. 2 pictures of him. Third quickest pass of the class, 12:007. Third quickest, 12:007. You hear that? Slowest of his submissions was a 12:074 to give him a 12:03.05 average.
That is crazy.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Runner up here was Jeff Short, quickest and second quickest of the class with a 12.003 and a 12.005. So both incredible passes. And then his other two were a 12.072 and a 12.068.
Yep, and that gave him, are you ready for this? A 12:037 average. So 007 difference in that class.
Crazy.
Yeah. Third place in that class, Josh Melisa, Melesa. His passes 12:067, 12:022, 12:029, and 12:032.
And then the fourth one here, Chad Maggard, 12:015, 12:05, 12:099, and a 12:068.
Yeah. Absolutely crazy. Big shout out to Chad driving the Ford truck that we've took some shots with the old truck in 2023. Man, those 2 trucks next to each other are incredible. But to go back to Josh, Melissa, and Jeff Short's average 12.037. Josh's 12.0375.
Oh man,
5 10,000ths of a second separated them.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, Richard Brewer in here saying multitasking and a decent little reel dropping in a few minutes. That's awesome. Over on the Dirty Panda, DIRTE as in Edward, Panda channels over there, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
I don't know how many reels or shorts I took, and I did not get a single one posted the whole weekend.
Well, again, big shout out to Brian. That's what we have Brian for. He is awesome, and we really wore him out this weekend, pushing a bunch. He posted, I told him 10 as minimum, and I think he did every day. So we had a lot of stuff drop over social. And what's cool is, like, now that we're home and there's nothing else going on in our lives, we can drop all that stuff this week. So he's doing a great job.
Yeah, it was awesome being able to just dump those for him to do. Although it takes a long time to get those to upload.
Oh man. Yeah, it's very difficult. What I find is that if I record 4 or 5 passes and there's like 2 cars that I'm not going to record, I just start loading in. That way there's not too many, because then I can get like 4 or 5 videos in at a time, and he hates it, but that's the only way I can do it. So he'll wait. He'll be like, you got anything else? I'm like, oh yeah, dude, got a bunch, but just trying to get these in here.
I was dropping like 50 something per night, and that was rough.
Man. Yeah, that's too tough. Big shout out to Deechworks again. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive of what we do here at Drag Drive Repeat, and of course at the circuit. And the Feed the Racers program that they sponsored for this year is really fun, because we're going to take our street and strip series, and that's what that sponsorship program is for. And we're going to feed folks. I brought a Waffle House breakfast for Mother Road Mayhem. I don't know what we're going to do for the 2-lane throwdown here in 45 days, but we're going to do some kind of lunch thing. I don't know if we're going to buy buckets of chicken at KFC or what, but we're going to do something somewhere along the 100-ish mile drive. I think we're probably going to kind of be my goal. So big shout out to Deechworks. Thanks again to them. And I hate it that Mark Campbell didn't make the weekend, because man, can you imagine the 5 cars duking it out that can run 850 something, and most of the time? It'd have been awesome to see.
It was great.
Just to say thanks, guys. Can't believe it. We got to see more than 250 of you guys. Well, really, when you put in co-pilots and all that kind of stuff, it was like 450 or 500 people came with us this weekend. It was absolutely insane. We had a great time. And I just want to say thank you so much for every bit of share, comment, support, everything we've had over the last 3 months. It kind of all culminated to right there. And of course, we couldn't do all of this and all of that and host events and do all the stuff we're doing without our sponsors. So if you guys are shopping, hit these folks up. Summit Racing Equipment, of course, title sponsor for the show and the news and the circuit that happened this last weekend. Deechworks, our racer party sponsor, came and raced 2 cars. Neither one of them finished, bro. So sad. But I'll tell you what, they did finish. They did finish ahead of me at the race car, at the go-kart racer party. Bro, I'm blaming it on my go-kart. That's all I'm going to Molly Motorsports. Adam drove all the way from North Carolina to come out to Tulsa, Oklahoma, hang out with us for the weekend. Appreciate them doing that. And Driven Racing Oil, of course. Those guys are freaking awesome. We were talking to Michael Neal today through email, and dude, they got a bunch of stuff coming. It's really cool. They got a bunch of stuff that's working in the background on all the driven stuff. And of course, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, who was on site, AFCO Racing Products, best suspension out there, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Change 3D, Low Dollar Motorsports, Power Tube TV, and Racing Junk Classifieds, y'all. It was a great time. We had a great time. It's just like everybody says in here.